Jim, just give us your thoughts after that one.
Obviously, really frustrating to lose the goal in the manner that we did. I thought we defended really resiliently all evening. Jack Walton has had one very good save to make in the second half. We limited Aberdeen to lots of shots from distance. The first half, I didn't think there was a great deal in the game. We were quite comfortable in our low block, allowing Aberdeen to have the ball at the back with their centre backs. They were looking for that ball in behind with the pace of Kiskinen and Duke, and because of the lack of space behind our back line, it never really came to anything. There was just one instance where Kevin Holtis had to make a great tackle on the 18-yard box. The second half, Jimmy Thielen has made some tactical changes, and they started to overload the wide areas, and they caused us some real problems right from the off in the second half. And very quickly thereafter, we had to try and change to try and stem the flow. And we didn't really do a great deal with the ball when we had possession. It was wave after wave of attack, unfortunately. Albeit, I thought the players, defended the box really, really well for large periods of that. It would have been a magnificent point had we held on and took a 0-0. But I think we'll be kicking ourselves a little bit just at the way that the goal came about.
Yeah, as you're saying, there's maybe a frustration that we didn't do enough with the ball and didn't create enough chances, but that wasn't helped by Sam Dolby having to come off, and we're not short of injury problems at the moment. So is he heading for the treatment room?
I don't want to make too many excuses about the squad depth at the moment. We know that we've got the likes of Docherty and Sibbald and Graham and Moult all absent. Delighted to get Ryan Strain back into the squad tonight, and really pleased to get him some valuable minutes in the game. We are, struggling to freshen things up a little bit, particularly in that midfield area. But I'm not making any excuses. Aberdeen were better than us on the night. You can see the strength and depth that they've got, the amount of changes that they can make to come on and impact the game. Real pace and power, and we coped with it the majority of the night. Just unfortunately got undone in the dying moments.
It's easy to forget as well that we are a newly promoted side, so coming up here and being able to compete with Aberdeen, who are going toe-to-toe with Celtic at the top of the league, is something that you can take heart from. Yeah,
listen, Aberdeen are flying high at the moment, and Jimmy Thielen deserves a huge amount of credit for that. His team is really well organised defensively, and they've got some very good rotations in the attacking third that can cause you a lot of problems. I watched the game back last weekend against Celtic, and arguably they could have won the game at Parkhead. So for us coming up here, we knew the threat that they carried, and we tried to nullify that as best we could. It's just really, really disappointing to lose a goal in that fashion. Had they carved us open or done something out of the ordinary, then you could maybe accept it a bit more. It's just we've defended those situations so well all evening, and as I said, unfortunately just got undone.
Was the message to the players in the dressing room after the game a largely positive one?
Look, I can never ever question the players' commitment or effort. I don't think anybody could, and I thought the supporters were brilliant all night, and they showed their appreciation for their efforts at the end of the game. Obviously we want to do better. We still are very much a work in progress. We need to try and get better on the ball and try and rest with the ball when you come under such intense pressure like we did against Aberdeen. But it's our first defeat on the road in the league this season. It's only our second defeat overall. Obviously Rangers and Aberdeen tonight, and I can't be too hard on the players. Sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up after a game and say that the opposition were better than us, and we've got a long way to go to get to where we want to be.
It's a bit of a cliche as well, but it is a good chance to put it behind us on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we've got a busy week coming up, and as you touched on earlier, we're not in a position where we can make wholesale changes to try and freshen the team up. So this particular group of players will have to recover quickly tomorrow. Get them prepared in the early part of the week for another really difficult game on Wednesday.